it beats a real job at the end of the day. I mean, it's great, isn't it? You know, every time you go out, you just see different scenery, different passengers. You're flying something that's great fun to fly, so you can't get bored of it at all. My dad was a flight test pilot, flight test engineer, so I've been building things that fly for many, many years since I was tiny. And then I got very much into gliding and aerobatics. And then I had a flight in a balloon. I went to one of the first balloon fiestas at Ashton Court about 32 years ago, and it's his 34th year this year. But never really had, I mean, I thought they were great, but never really had any desire or ambition to fly one, or fly in one. That came later. And it was just brilliant. I thought, cool, I like this. And so I've always been fascinated by flying. I mean, I love getting up early, yeah. My body clock wakes me up at 4 o'clock even now, every morning, to get up. And it's nice, once you get that initial get out of bed, once you're up, have a cup of tea or something and out, it's lovely, it's the best time of the day. It's just a totally different experience from any other flying that I've done, and I've flown helicopters and fast aerobatic planes and gliders, and there's no sensation. That's the most fantastic thing. It's as if you're stood chatting now like we are, and then the world drops away and you're still stood here chatting. It's quite bizarre.
I first got into flying by a friend of mine who took me flying over Bristol, and I'd done about 3 flights, and then I met Clive. He taught me to fly, and during that process we also got engaged and got married as well. So he actually proposed to me at 8,000 feet above Bath.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. Yeah, well, it was from the Bath Balloon Fiesta, and she didn't know that I was going to propose. I don't think she knew. And we climbed up, proposed to Jo above this bit of cloud, and said, "Hurry up, quick!" And she said yes. And then I got her to fly as we dropped down, and we actually went up onto Salisbury Plain.
At our wedding, we also left by balloon, and again, it was a very, very windy flight, and we took off. We wouldn't have normally flown actually, but we thought we have to do this.
When we went into land, Jo was still in her dress and she had her ballooning boots on underneath her dress. And then her words were, "If you wear my bloody dress, that is it," as we're going across this field, dragging along with dust coming in. It's quite funny.
It's very difficult to describe what it's like being in a balloon, but it is an ultimate dream of a lot of people, and I think it's that freedom and the sort of, I don't know, the childhood wonder of balloons, and I think we all have that in our hearts when you see a hot air balloon go over.
What we see when we're flying and out and about is a continually changing scenery with the seasons. You know, we go from the winter when it's cold and frosty to the spring now, which is one of my favourite times, the next 6 weeks, when all the leaves and blossom are coming out, and then summer, then to the harvesting, and then to the autumn. So it's continually changing. You know, the fields never look the same twice in a month.
Just to the north of Barbados, Cumberwell area.
Yeah, Cumberwell, that's all noted. Thanks, Clive. I'm sure. There's definitely one on this side.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just go to that
We're going-
roundabout,
yeah.
just the other side of
Yeah.
it.
I think every pilot's heartbeat goes up a little bit on landing. You don't want to slap the passengers in. Sometimes you have to just stop it quickly.
Okay, bit of a bank coming up, it'll be fine, you'll walk. Hold on tight, back in.
Now I see why you've got grab handles.
You charge them for plowing?
I mean, what you've got to remember is that we're flying an 11-ton mast with no wheels and no brakes. So you're dragging across a rough fields. They're just a big sail, if you want, and very affected by the wind. Safety's got to be the paramount thing. And it's exciting. I'm excited every flight I go up on. It's great.
It's adrenaline and it's fun, it's adventure. There's a lot to be addicted to, I think. It becomes a passion, it gets under your skin, and a lot of people I know who've just been ballooning once want to go again and again. It might be an 18-year-old and she's never had champagne, or it might be an 84-year-old who's always wanted to go flying. Whoever it is, it's such a lovely feeling to help them achieve their dream.
What makes me do it over and over again? Well, it's unique. It's not like going to the same office, turning the same computer on. It's getting up and seeing something different, meeting different people. It's fantastic. The day it stops being fun will be the day I give up.